It's 2023 and McDonald's have just released a new Game Boy Color game. Hello, my name is Brendan and this is Sunday Quickie on Retro Game On. On Sunday Quickie, if you're not aware, we take a look at new news events in the retro gaming space, and we do so in a casual, unscripted manner, usually with low production values. Although I do have a new microphone, so I'm kind of just going all in on this. I haven't really done any tests or anything like that, so the waveforms seem okay, so hopefully the audio is fine. If it's crap today, I promise it will be better next time. Anyway, on to today's story. New McDonald's Game Boy Color game. Thanks, guys. New McDonald's Game Boy Color game. This is courtesy of Bob on Retro RGB, which is always a good source of information for these sort of episodes. I feel like every other episode I make, Retro RGB is the source. I highly recommend Bob's podcast that he does. It's called the Weekly Roundup. I just saw the little thumbnail here. Check it out. It's really good for commutes. Goes for 30-40 minutes. Released weekly. It just goes through all of the retro gaming news. So, McDonald's, marketing, Game Boy Color. I feel like this is very hyper-focused on our community. Basically, me and you. I'm not really the biggest fan of fast food myself. Not that I absolutely hate it. You know, it is delicious, potentially. I only eat McDonald's maybe 4 or 5 times a year. And I'm very selective about McDonald's in particular because I feel like you can go to any McDonald's anywhere in the world and it's never fantastic. It's never bottom barrel shite. It's just in that middle average category. You can depend on it on being average. While other places like Hungry Jack's, which is Burger King and other places, or KFC, they're just all over the place. They just vary wildly depending on which restaurant you visit. Although having said that, when I was out and about, I decided to eat some McDonald's last weekend, where I was actually out buying this microphone, funnily enough. Shout out PLE Computers in Perth. Not sponsored. And I went inside and ordered on the little touch screen. I can't remember what I ordered, some sort of burger and chips. And it came out suspiciously quickly. And as I was eating it, it tasted very, like, it wasn't cold, but I think it'd been pre-made. Like, obviously they churn through in the kitchen and make stuff they know they're going to sell quickly. And I feel like it was probably just sitting under one of their little heat lamps for a bit. It was very disappointed. So better luck next time, McDonald's, when I eat you again in like 3 or 4 months' time. Anyway, let's get on with the news story. So why are McDonald's releasing a Game Boy Color game in 2023? Well, one, marketing. Like I said, got to promote that obesity somehow towards the gaming community. I'm not going to touch on that. 2, it's free. It's totally free. That's most of the reason why I'm covering it. I do have McDonald's games, at least one. I've got Global Gladiators on Sega Game Gear. This actually came with my Game Gear, and I have reviewed it somewhere on this channel. I don't think I'll ever go out and buy it. Although I do feel like I own another McDonald's game somewhere in my collection, but whatever. So basically, this is to celebrate the 52nd birthday of Grimace. And apparently Grimace, oops, I just clicked on the wrong thing. Apparently Grimace is a taste bud. That's what he is. He's a taste bud. That's Grimace. You can totally exit the video now. That was flippin' awful. But regardless, to celebrate his 52nd birthday, they're releasing this. This is Grimace's birthday meal, which comes in at a whopping 1,490 calories. Like, seriously, go eat a banana. That's just awful. Comes with this double-layered monstrosity of a burger. Frankly, delicious fries. I am partial to McDonald's fries. I'll give them that one. And whatever the hell this thing is. What does it say? It's Grimace's birthday shake. It looks like it would give you purple diarrhea if I'm going to be... I'm lactose intolerant, so maybe it would just give me purple diarrhea, but We'll see. Well, I won't see because I'm not trying that. Basically, there is I'm going to say they're a marketing, I was going to call them a game development studio, but I think they're a marketing outfit. Like, I don't think they usually make games. They're called Cruel Toys. This is their website. It's delightfully 90s. I guess that's the aesthetic they're going for, which you will see in a bit, which is probably why they went for creating a Game Boy Color game, which has been created in GB Studio. By the way, I've covered a few GB Studio things here on the past. But if we go to their About page, it says they're based in Brooklyn. It does say they're a game studio, even though I can't find any other of their games besides from the one we're covering today, although I haven't looked too closely. But their select clients include Megan Thee Stallion, Shopify, SoundCloud, and Atlantic Records, just to name a few. So they've been around and now they can add McDonald's to their resume because this is all official. Like, this is all coming directly from McDonald's, which is why I find it somewhat fascinating. So if you just go games, it just takes you to this website, which is a delightfully, late 90s, mid to late 90s website where you can play the game. So I will show some footage. I may as well just start. Well, I'll start playing in a second. I just want to have a bit of a look around this website. But, they talk about the disgusting looking shake. There's, what's he called? The Hamburglar. Have you seen this man? No. Okay, cool. Something about ringtones. You can't click on it. But you can play this game in the browser, and I guess I'll probably start rolling the footage now of it playing, but probably no point showing it on screen now since I'm now showing you game footage, apparently. But someone has extracted the .gbc file from that website, and you can now play it on real hardware. So where's my Game Boy Advance? I will cut in some footage of me playing it. I've just received this. I don't know how good. I've literally received this the other day. It's like an off-market GBA flash cart, and it does play Game Boy Color games. So look out for that in a video coming soon. But it plays fine on the Game Boy Advance SP, which is cool. So it does work on real hardware. I was able to verify that, but I couldn't get it to work through my GameCube. The intention was to run it through my Game Boy player on my GameCube and show you footage of it playing for real hardware, but I'm having an issue where the flash cart shows, but it doesn't list any games, and I did a bit of Googling, and I found one thread on, I think it was GBA Temp, and someone was like, oh, the only reply it got, the guy had the same issue, and the only reply it got was, oh, it works fine on my GB player, which is really useful, so thank you to that responder on that thread. So hopefully I'll figure that out, because the reason I want that flash card is for my unreleased or unobtainable series. And I'm actually, I've been buying a few flash cards so I can look at these games on real hardware. But anyway, we're getting way off tangent now. So basically the footage I'm showing you now is through the browser, and it's mobile friendly too, apparently, which is good. But the game, I was very surprised by the game. They've put a lot of effort into it. There's a lot of different game mechanics. There's full-on cutscenes. Like, it's all McDonald's propaganda, of course. Like, there's no getting around that. But Cruel Toys have really done a really top-notch effort. Like, I didn't play the whole thing. Like, this is not a review. But like I said, it is free to play. It is linked below. You can play it yourself. I played like the first 3 levels. The first level, you're on a skateboard and you can do kickflips and grinds. And basically the premise is Grimace is having a birthday. His 52nd birthday, sorry, I should say. And no one's turned up, and there's some stuff going on, and he has to go collect these thick shakes and save his friends so they can all have a McDonald's party. And there's a lot of humor thrown in. Like, there's a lot of, what's the word, like self-realization, like breaking the fourth wall sort of thing. Like, there's like fake Twitter posts about peaking when they got invited to a party at a McDonald's. Also, this is a good time to mention, I don't think I'll ever have a chance to mention this on my YouTube channel ever again, but my local McDonald's, when I was a kid, had a full-on aeroplane as the playground. I'll see if I can find some photos. It's not there anymore. This is going back to the days when McDonald's had franchises. So, I mean, I'm just recalling the story off the top of my head, but basically this couple owned it, and they found this decommissioned airplane, like a 1960s or 1970s commercial airplane, and it was literally like set up out the front of the McDonald's, and that's where you'd have the parties. You'd board this bloody airplane. It was so cool. I've never seen anything like it since. So yeah, but that McDonald's is still there to this day, but it's all run by corporate McDonald's these days, and the airplane's long gone. I think it's down south somewhere, but cool. Very cool. Anyway, going off topic again, but I guess not so much off topic. Like I said, I don't think I'll ever get a chance to mention that again. That's a cool little tidbit from my childhood. But basically the first level, like you're on a skateboard, you're doing grinds, you got to collect these thick shakes. But then I thought the whole game would just be this, but you get to the second level and suddenly there's all these different mechanics thrown in. You're on foot. Do taste buds have feet? This one does, Grimace does. And he can bounce around. There's like enemies, you can die, you have to like try and catch balloons to earn points. Like I was very surprised and I actually enjoyed it. Playing with a keyboard is not great. I would recommend playing it on real hardware if you can. So I'm bummed I wasn't able to just sit down there on my GameCube in the retro gaming room and play it through that, because it'd probably be a pretty good experience. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, let me just see if there's anything else I should mention about this. Usually I have a little Word doc going, but this video today has been very ad hoc, so I do apologize for that. But oh yeah, there is like some separate skating modes. There's like a score attack mode and a free skate mode. So that's why initially I thought the whole game was just skateboarding, but there are other levels if you keep going. So yeah, and very cool that it's been archived. So yeah, I'm just sort of like reading through the README through the Internet Archive, and it just ends with, McDonald's, please tell me why you are afraid to use Ronald McDonald again. I will understand. And that's a good point. What happened to Ronald McDonald? Like, he was creepy, absolutely, not going to dispute that, but you know, he was just part of McDonald's. It's just what you would expect. So yeah, interesting. So I'm not going to sit here and try and vouch for a multi-billion-dollar corporation whose core business model is to sell you fatty food and make you unhealthy and possibly addicted to the fats, but it is what it is. But like I said at the start, this is a very targeted advertising campaign to the retro gaming community. Like, I guess they're just, like, it doesn't really make sense why they're going for this 90s aesthetic if it's his 52nd birthday. Like, wouldn't something more Atari based make sense if he's turning 52? But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Try it down below. It's better than you'd expect. So shout out to Cruel Games, not shouting out to McDonald's. McDonald's, but I do respect this little marketing ploy they've deployed on me and you. So anyway, hopefully the microphone went okay. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.